Rockstars, Eric Andres, your guitar sage here, and today I'm going to show you the #1 beginner method of ear training. So basically, this is an introduction to ear training. Okay, I have a lot of folks say to me, I can't do ear training. I don't have a very good ear. Okay, and that's okay. Everybody, we have to all start off someplace. But here's the deal: first, we got to do away with the myth that you cannot learn how to hear, because that's a complete myth. I know this because I personally have become better over time with my ear. It's impossible to not get better if you're practicing. It just is. Okay, so any myth that you have in your head about that you can't learn how to become better at ear training, do away with it. Trust somebody who's been doing this for a long time now, coming up on 4 decades. No, it's about three and a half. Okay, it's not coming up on 4 yet. But I've been doing this a long time. Trust me, or believe the lie and mess your own plan up. Don't do that. Listen to me, okay? Here we go. This is a method I call hum and hunt. It's really easy. And basically what you do is you hum a note and then you find it on your guitar. And then, if you really want to get fancy, you can name the note. But for right now, we're only going to be finding the note, okay? Because it's hard enough to do that than it is to actually name the note. And I've got plenty of stuff to help you how to do that. The link below, YourGuitarSage.com/30, the top 30 lessons I teach all my students here in Nashville. If you haven't watched that already, you gotta, okay? And it's free. All right. So, and that'll help you to know all the notes on the fretboard and that sort of thing. Okay, so hum and hunt, how does it work? So literally what I do is I hum a note and then I find it on the guitar. But there is a method for finding this on the guitar, obviously. Otherwise you'd go, huh, and that's not gonna very good method, right? There's a method to this. So I'm gonna go, I hit my note, I'm humming it, I'm being sure of it, I'm singing it loud and proud. And there I found my note. It's an E, okay? Now, there's a couple parts to this, and here's the method in order. Hum a note. #1, hum a note. I'm humming my note. Secondly, play a note on your guitar where you think it might be. You're going to be wrong probably. I mean, I've nailed it before several times, but you're probably going to be close, but not directly on the note. So, you hum your note, #1. #2, you play a note. #3, you ask yourself, is that note that I just played higher or lower than the note that I'm singing? So use whatever method you have for doing that. You may not think it's in you, but it is. Trust me, it's in you. Another way to do it is if it doesn't just jump out at you, you can hum both notes. So you go, if I go, and I'm like, and if you're like, God, I don't know if that second note is higher or lower. Some folks don't. It doesn't. It's something that has to be almost given to you. It feels like a gift, but you can search for it and have it given to you. Okay, so like, if I'm like, I don't know if that note's higher or not, hum both the notes. So, that's my first note, and I'm physically raising my head up a little bit because that's what we do. We raise our eyebrows. These are things that we just naturally do that are little clues that the note is changing, and in this case, it's going up. Okay. Also, if you find that you're straining more, right? So a lower note is typically going to be more comfortable unless it's too low out of your range. And so if you feel that there's a little bit more tension in your neck as you're singing, chances are you're going higher. So what does that mean? It means the second note needs to come down. Okay. Now, this is the fourth part. You ready? When you're looking for the note on the neck, you have to move chromatically on one string. What do I mean by that and why, Eric? Well, #1, move chromatically means moving in half steps. No skipping. We're not doing that, okay? And we're staying on one string. Why is that? Well, if you've ever lost something, right, like in a field, like a necklace or a bracelet or something like that, You don't go out to the field and just look in one spot and then run over to the clear the other side of the field and look in that spot and run over to the clear of the other side and look there and here and there and do a star pattern and then a circle. And you don't do that like you're a robot vacuum, like my robot vacuums do that. But they somehow get everything. But anyhow, I digress. You don't do that, right? You scan the field. So if I lose something in a field, I may start at one edge and then go up and down, up and down, up and down, and scour that field because I know that I haven't been here before, but I have been here. Same method here. We want to make sure that we're not jumping around because we're going to miss the note and we're not going to know if we're even getting closer to it. If you scanned half a field, you know that you're half a field closer to what you were as opposed to the whole field. If you go 3/4 of it, you know you only have a quarter left and you're going to find what you're looking for if it's there, of course. In this case here, we know we're going to trim out some notes and we know what direction we're going in. That's what we want to do. So we have that was the note, okay, and that was the hummed note. So I went, I know that note's higher, so the note that I sang hummed at first is lower, so I need to find it. So it means I need to go down. And there it is. Okay. Now, if I exhausted all the notes on that string, I could start again here, maybe like on the 5th fret and move down. If you want to have a range, basically, you would do 0 through 5, or 0 through 4 would get you there, actually. 0 through 4, and just keep it in open position. It's a great way to do it. So here's another note. That's an A, okay? Now, I shouldn't have jumped to it. I did, but let's do another note. So I could just work it up on one string, that's okay. But if you do this other method, it's just 1 through 4 on each string, then you can stay in that open position. Either way will work, just make sure that you're scanning each note chromatically as opposed to jumping around. Jumping around, you think it's a shortcut, it's gonna waste your time. So if you love wasting time, do that. Jump around a lot. Otherwise, do what I'm telling you here. It's going to help out. It's going to help out a ton. Okay, so so right there, I found my note. Okay, easy enough. It's an F sharp. Now, notice that I didn't do 4 frets there because on the high E, I had to keep going before I could find it. But then I found it. Now, what's this going to do for you? Well, it's going to do a number of things for you. It's going to get you more in tune with the instrument because it's hard and you're having to think about this stuff. The harder something is, typically the more you're going to glean from it, like an exercise or what have you. So if this is difficult for you, rejoice in that, my friends. That means that you are learning and you're getting someplace, okay? If it were super easy, you're not really doing anything. It'd be like going to the gym and just lifting the bar and you've got no weights on it and you're like, man, this is easy, look at me, guys. Nothing. No one's going to be impressed because you're not really challenging yourself. Throw a few 45s on there and then let's talk, right? Same thing here. When you come across an exercise that challenges you, that's good. That means you're working those muscles out, okay? If you don't, then you're not challenging yourself. Okay, so there you go. That's the hum and hunt method. So what I want you to do with this is I literally want you to grab your guitar and make sure it's in tune, because that would be unfortunate if you're trying to find a song that's out of tune. Hit a chord just so it puts a basic tonic into your head or a basic benchmark, and then hum a note, okay? And then find it using this method just now. Then you could do this with chords, you could do this with melodies. Once you have your first note, a melody is super easy to play. So if I go, so there's my note, and it's a D, or it's a G actually. So now, let's say if my melody is, some little ditty I wrote, when I got my first note, right? So that's easy enough to know that that's our benchmark. I know when the next note's up. Cool. that's even a higher note. Not quite high enough. Okay? And I can feel it's going out of my range. And there you go. I can find my melody. Happy birthday. I wrote that for you. All right, my friends. So super easy stuff here. You just got to do it and do it and do it. And the more you practice, the better you get. I think I might have this lesson included in my top 30 lessons I teach all my students in Nashville. I'm not sure if that's in there or not, but if it's not, you get a bonus. Make sure you check that out, my friends. The link for that's below, YourGuitarSage.com/30. Literally, it's like sitting with me here in Nashville for the first 30 lessons, and it's free. So come visit me here in Nashville, drop $1,000, or hit the link and get it for free in your home. There you go. I got a free ebook at YourGuitarSage.com. Tons of free videos here on YouTube. Your Guitar Sage is my moniker. Also, YGS Guitar Lessons. I also have one called Your Uke Sage if you like uke. I'm on Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat and all those fun places, so join me there. Leave your comments below, hit thumbs up and subscribe and all that yummy stuff. Would love to help you out. And as always, my friends, be kind to all beings. Don't trust the man. Practice your guitar. See ya.